Welcome to Truth Thursday, where we uncover the hidden truths shaping our lives and confront the lessons that often whisper before they roar. I'm Mary Walker, author of the Beyond the Veil series, and today we're stepping into a story that speaks to the part of you that knows you're powerful, but still wonders why you felt so tied down. Have you ever felt like you're living beneath your potential? Quietly playing small so others could feel comfortable? Have you ever looked around and wondered why you keep attracting people who test your peace, challenge your worth, or mirror emotions you thought you'd already healed? Today's story is titled, "The Day the Giant Woke Up," and it begins in a dream. But like all dreams worth remembering, it's rooted in the truth your soul already knows. Let's begin. I remember the dream so clearly. I was lying on the ground, completely still. All around me, tiny people were running back and forth, tying me down with what looked like thread, so thin it couldn't possibly hold me. I could have moved at any moment. One flick of my finger held more power than all their tiny ropes combined. But I stayed. I stayed there not because I couldn't move, but because I chose to earn their trust. Day by day, these tiny villagers came to me, asking questions, seeking advice, even just talking. And I listened. I'd share wisdom, offered peace, and become a gentle presence in their lives. The more they came, the more they depended on me, not for power, but for perspective. But then something unexpected happened. I heard my mother call my name. And in that instant, I remembered who I truly was. I wasn't a giant in that world. I was just a child in mine. The ropes fell away like dust. I stood up, waved goodbye to the tiny villagers I had grown to care for, and walked away. No anger, no regret, just clarity. I had completed my time in that place. That dream stayed with me, and here's what I realized. What if every person in your life is actually a piece of you, turned inside out, so you can see it, learn from it, and heal it? What if the jealousy, the envy, the deceit you feel around others isn't a reflection of them, but it's an invitation to heal the parts of you still holding pain? Because once you've learned the lesson, the reflection fades. And in its place comes something new. Security, encouragement, love, abundance, prosperity, peace. The opposites, the rewards, the due blessings for the work you've done. And you didn't come here to stay tied down. You came here to remember your power and rise. Here's the truth about being tied down. Most of the time, the ropes aren't real. They're expectations, projections, and old fears, pretending to be limits. Playing small isn't humility. It's hesitation dressed up as protection. True power isn't loud. It knows when to rise and when to wait. People may be more comfortable with your silence than your strength, but their comfort isn't your responsibility. What looks like delay is often divine timing. You're not stuck. You're storing strength. And when you rise, it will be undeniable. You were never meant to stay small to make others feel safe. You were meant to rise fully, boldly, and without apology. Because your story was written to shift atmospheres. Thank you for joining me for this story, or this week's Truth Thursday. If this story spoke to something inside of you, if you were like a giant pretending to be small just to belong, drop a comment below. Have you ever held back your truth for the sake of keeping the peace? Let's talk about it, because transformation begins the moment we speak the truth we've been sitting on. Until next time, stay grounded, stay honest, and always stay true to your soul's calling, because you're not tied down. You're being prepared to rise.